Have you ever been in a relationship where you feel like you're putting everything in that you should be, but not getting out of it what you desire? Maybe you're saying the right things, trying new approaches, putting in the work, but something still feels stuck. Like the relationship just isn't moving, evolving, or meeting you where you're at. Now, what if that relationship isn't with another person, but it's actually between you and your business? Hi, I'm Chelsea Fournier. I'm an intuitive business mentor helping soul-led entrepreneurs realign, grow, and stop second guessing. And here on this channel, I help you blend grounded strategy with energetic clarity so that your business can come to life just as beautifully, vibrantly as it does in your vision boards or even in your journals. If you feel like you're on the cusp of momentum, if something in your business almost feels good but isn't quite landing, this video will help you open an inner dialogue between you and your business to improve that relationship. And let me tell you, once this happens, it leads to real momentum and that relationship feeling like a give and take that's actually leading to sustainable success. Most of the business owners that I work with care deeply about their work, about their clients, about the impact that they're making in the world. They are coaches, healers, creatives, speakers, authors, thought leaders. And so their work just isn't another way to make money or a job. It truly is their sole purpose. And yet sometimes in business, even if it feels really aligned in what you want to be doing, things can feel off in the moment. I know it can be so frustrating if you know you're excellent at what you do, but you feel like this best kept secret in your industry. Maybe you're taking action and putting in the work, but not feeling like you're getting to that next level of where you would like to see both the impact you're making and the income you're earning from your business. A lot of people come to me and they already are buying and taking the courses, implementing, taking action, maybe working with a mentor. But one of two things is happening. Either the results are not matching their efforts, or things actually are working, but it's not feeling aligned. And therefore, as a soul-based business owner, things feel flat. So here's the invitation I want to offer to you today. Your business is not a machine that you run. It's actually a relationship that you're in. And you are a key player in this relationship, but so is the business that you are co-creating with. If I know you, you're not selling water bottles or Post-it notes. You are actually selling services and support that is your life's work, and you feel deeply connected to not only what you do, but how it's messaged, how people perceive you, and everything that goes into marketing, selling, and delivering on your work. And even outside of you, your business, if you can imagine it being its own separate energetic entity, has its own tone, its vision, its desires, its fears, and maybe even its worries or limiting beliefs. Now, what I'm going to pose is that if you're only talking at your business or demanding of it or wishing it was going faster, making it feel bad, and ignoring what you could be hearing from it and allowing that to integrate, you could be missing the most powerful guidance that is at your service. Clarity in business doesn't always come from pushing harder. It can more importantly come, especially for more sensitive CEOs like you, from slowing down and finding ways to listen. Every single week, I connect with entrepreneurs from across multiple different fields: website developers, bookkeepers, authors, speakers, coaches, energy healers. And while they may be serving different audiences in different ways, the one thing that I see across the board that they all have in common, they get that everything is energy. Their idea for their business held energy. The business as it's forming holds energy. The people they're impacting it through their services, through energy. And that's why I've developed tools and processes like the Business Soul Scan to help them intuitively connect with the voice of their business. Not as some weird daydream or some mystical experience with no practical application in their business. I am here for leveraging energy and intuitive guidance as something real that you can invite into the boardroom of your business to have a more aligned experience of running it. I know this may sound a little out there for some of you, but if you're watching and nodding your head, you get it. Let me talk you through what this can actually look and feel like for a business owner. Rachel came to me as a client in a Business Soul Scan in a season of running and scaling her business that she described as feeling swirly. It's not that she was blocked. She was actually in a phase of action and implementing, but it felt to her like there was this version 2.0 of her business that was ready to kind of come online, but it wasn't landing for her to understand what it was that was missing or was next. So during our session, we called in the energy of her business, separate from her, and I was able to channel and facilitate a conversation between her and her business so that they could actually be interacting. What came through was so tender and so clear and actually very helpful. Her business, Star Path, brought forward a new idea of how it would like to be seen and how it would like to be messaged and brought out to the world. And it was a nuance that Rachel had not thought of herself, but as it landed, she was nodding her head and being like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. It really brought to light an idea that hadn't fully formed or landed for Rachel, but as soon as there was this interaction and this inner knowing, it started to unlock specific next actions that she could start taking. Later, after the soul scan, she sent me a note and it made me chuckle and it made me really happy for her. She said, I have felt my business Star Path within me, but hearing her speak separate and having this dialogue really unlocked something for me. It created in her, as the founder of the business, a deeper sense of devotion and confidence. What felt unclear before felt deeply rooted after that session. She said, I feel more expansive while also feeling more grounded and more trusting in the vision of what I'm doing. Now, that kind of clarity doesn't just feel good and then disappear. It starts to create momentum of aligned decisions and actions stacking on top of one another. New things started to come together, like features for her customers that would be in alignment with what that conversation brought to light. Some projects started to feel less important so that she could put her energy and resources into really what was the priority for the business and for her. Her branding started to really land, and she was able to walk into some creative meetings that she had coming up later that week, solid in her vision of how she wanted Star Path to be perceived and therefore branded. So let's take a step back. What does it look or feel like when your business is trying to get your attention and maybe you're not listening? When you're ignoring the energy of your business and just plowing forward and kind of talking at it without regard to this co-creative relationship. Sometimes it can be subtle, a heaviness when you sit down to work, a message or offer that feels almost there but not quite landing, resistance to bigger visibility even though you're very committed to your work. Now, sometimes it is more obvious. A launch that flops without explanation, emails that are not converting how you expected, or platforms of visibility that just feel like ghost town when they used to be really vibrant conversations. Now, let me be clear. These experiences are not failures. They're feedback, and not just strategic feedback, energetic, and they're giving you clues. They're asking you to press pause on the fire hose of to-dos that you're committing to run your business and create a moment for reconnection, slowing down, listening, a true check-in with yourself and with your vision. Now, can you move forward with just strategy and data? Of course. Many business owners do every single day. But if you're still hanging with me, you're not just a run-of-the-mill business who's selling something that you don't care about. This is your soul work, and you resonate with thinking about yourself as the steward of bringing this out to the world. Tuning into the energy of your business allows you to take aligned action, and that starts to stack in the right direction so momentum creates. Now, let me be clear. I don't recommend that you come to this type of work when you are just on the verge of burnout or in desperation mode or needing a quick cash injection to save your business. Inviting your intuition into the business boardroom cannot be this last minute Hail Mary. This is about restoring the channel of communication between you and your business and trusting that everything is energy and finding small ways to bring your intuition, to honor the energetic side of you and to have this bigger conversation so that you're not putting so much pressure on yourself and it truly becomes that fun, energizing co-creation that it was when you first had the idea. Because when this flow is happening, you don't have to force, you don't have to second guess everything. You truly feel in flow and like you know what you're supposed to be doing next. Now, if your business is trying to talk to you, if you buy into this, how do you start to slow down and listen? In the next video, I'm going to bring you behind the scenes and show you exactly how I guide clients to have this type of dialogue through a business soul scan. You're going to get an inside look on how I channel information in this type of setting and help them gain clarity around their offers, messaging, pricing, and where they're going next in their business. Make sure to hit subscribe now so you don't miss it, because video 3 in this playlist is going to talk through exactly what it looks like to get on the other side of this challenge. And in the meantime, if you want some practice and support on how to start inviting intuition into one of the most emotionally charged parts of running a business, which is your pricing, make sure to grab my free intuitive pricing guide below. It is the perfect first step towards integrating this new level of clarity. Your business is ready to start speaking and helping you find the path of least resistance. Let's start listening. I'll see you in the next video.